Recording in progress.
Yeah, I'm just super proud of our girls. You know, they fought through some fatigue, some runs, and, you know, we came out on top, and it was completely due to our fight and our senior leadership.
Bob Flynn, I'm covering it for the Daily Press and the Pilot. Slow start, missed your first 12 three-pointers, 4 for 25 from the field. What was going through your mind?
I think everyone just kept saying we need to settle in and kind of chill out to start the game. We were missing a lot of shots. We knew we were going to get Hofstra's best. We knew we were going to get everyone's best coming to this tournament. So just settling in. We haven't played a game in a week, and they've played games the last 2 days, so they were going to be ready and feeling it. They've been shooting in this gym, so just kind of settling in, getting used to it, and knowing that they'll start falling.
Yeah, I think at one point, after your first three, you made 6 or 7. It was from you, Sydney, Rebecca, Caleb.
We just said shoot or shoot. You know, shooting is what we do. We do it well. We do it at a high clip, and we said if we're not knocking them down early, just attack. But some of those threes were wide open, and if they wouldn't have taken them, I probably would have had a fit. So, I told them exactly what Riley said. You know, you have to settle in. It's a lot of nerves. There's a lot of some rust. You know, we haven't played since the last time we played Hofstra, and it was going to take us a second to get into the rhythm. But just trust themselves, trust the process, and they did. I feel like we came back in the second quarter and we were firing a little bit better, and then definitely to finish the game.
You know, obviously you and Sydney have been a team all year, but you guys had big minutes today from Kayla Rolfe and Brady, Rebecca.
Yeah, it's a full team effort. You know, we talk about every single one of our young ladies that hit that court. They put their heart and soul into everything that they do. They put it in practice every day, in games every day. So I'm very glad. I'm glad that they showed what we know they can do. I think they can make a couple of more shots. You know, I think with confidence and being on this stage is new for our freshmen with Alexa and Kayla Rolfe. But our old gals, I like to call them, Ryan, Sid, they've been here a time or two. And so they really just carried us. Same with Bree Bellamy. You know, she was a freshman on that 2019 team that I think was a 3 seed in the CAA tournament. So, you know, she really wanted this back. She wanted this opportunity back. And then Rebecca Frisbee-Smith has been our X factor all season. We know that when she plays like she did today, I was actually surprised she only had 4 rebounds. It felt like she was everywhere down there, you know. So when she does that and she brings that kind of energy and that passion, you know, the team always feels better.
You got rebounded by a lot too, and you only had 7 turnovers.
The out rebound is, you know, that hasn't been what we've done much of this season. But I'm glad I can go back to the locker room and let them know that stat today, because I think I've yelled at them every single game for being out rebounded. So job guys.
Got a few questions from Dave Johnson on the Go ahead, Dave.
Aaron, you're talking about the rebounding just now. There was a really big sequence late when you're up, I think, 7, something like that. And you got 2 offensive rebounds, and then Alexa hit a 3 to make it a 10-point game. That really sort of seemed to put them away finally. Do you remember that sequence, and was that pretty big?
Yes, for sure. You know, I think that our girls, they wanted to push more at that point. You know, Hofstra was subbing. They were fatigued. Obviously, this was day 3 for them. And when we saw that extra boost of energy from our players, I think everybody felt settled. The fact that Alexa made the 3 was just the cherry on top. But we tried at that point to use clock. She hit the 3, and it just kind of sparked our momentum to finish the game. We had a couple of mental errors there at the end, but learning experiences. We're growing still. So.
And Riley, if I can follow that with, you guys played them, 6 days ago, I guess it was. And did they do anything different to you, because it looked like you guys were just sort of out of sync there early. I don't know if there was anything they changed up or cutting you guys off on drives or what? Anything that you can put your finger on?
I think they were just playing really hard. They know it's win or go home now, so they were giving it everything. And number 15, I forget her name, she is a senior. She didn't want her season to end, and she was playing like it.
settling in and getting familiar, did it help you at all? Because you were an assistant here for a few years, so did it help settle your nerves coming into a familiar place?
I mean, no. I think I'm nervous going into every game that we've had this season. You know, I don't think I felt any more nervous today than I felt in game 1 or game 15. I want our girls to do well. You know, they've put in so much work, and I tell anybody that will listen, the transition that we made around that Hofstra Stony Brook weekend, our very first CAA weekend, to now, I mean, I want them to get what they deserve based on the work that they've put in, you know. So I think that's really where my nerves lie, is when they get those open threes, I want them to hit it. You know, they're in the gym with our assistant coaches and they're getting shots up all the time, you know, to be able to shoot like that. So I think that's just kind of where I get nervous. It's like, I want you to do it so well. I want you to win because you worked for this. So it was fun being here. I think this kind of eased everybody's nerves until tomorrow when we're in the semifinals.
And speaking of tomorrow, you know, you're off twice during this year, good games. What's going to be the key?
I think toughness. I think no matter who we were playing, you know, you have to bring toughness, but especially with Towson in their arena, you know, as a number 1 seed. I think that our 2 losses left a very bitter taste in our girls' mouths, and I know that they want this very badly. With that being said, though, they can't want it too much, because then we're going to come out tight again. They have to have fun. We have nothing to lose. We're the 4 seed. We have nothing to lose, right? We only have anything to gain. So have some fun, you know, take it to them. Everybody says it's hard to beat somebody 3 times, you know, so we want to see if we can make that happen. But it's going to take some resiliency. It's going to take a lot of pushing through fatigue. We don't normally play a lot of people in our rotation. That's just how we kind of played all year, you know. So how are we going to battle with that as coaches? How are we going to adjust, you know, and throw people in there, make sure that we're getting people some rest to be able to finish out the game. So we're going to go to the hotel after this, get back to the drawing boards, watch some more Towson, and then get prepared for tomorrow.
Got another question for Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, Aaron, you mentioned, we were talking about Alexa earlier. Kayla came in off the bench. She gave you a really nice game. Pretty big 3 she hit at one point. Talk about her today, if you would.
Yeah, Kayla, we're working on her confidence. We see her shoot those 3s every single day. I usually have to yell at her at least one time to shoot it before she does. But today I didn't have to do that because we're growing. I'm going to keep saying that. So, yeah, I mean, I said we had an interview before the tournament, and they asked me, like, who are 2 or 3 people that don't normally get notoriety that you want to talk about, and Alexa and Kayla Roth were 2 of those people. They play a lot of minutes. You know, they're in there as freshmen. This is the biggest stage of CAA right now, right? You're in the playoffs. Everybody's fighting to go dancing, and they're playing significant minutes. The fact that they only make a few freshman error is pretty good, you know. And so we're going to keep going to them. We believe in them. We believe in what they can do, what they bring to the table. I think her teammates trust in both of them to be able to shoot the ball and for Alexa to get them into their offense. So I'm just very, very, very proud of our freshmen and the minutes that they've been able to put in.
Thank you much.
Yeah. All right, thank you both.
Thank you, guys.
Danielle Santos Atkinson, Brandy Thomas, Coach, start with you. Just your comments on the game.
I just can't say enough of how proud I am of this crew. They battled. They came ready to go. They came prepared. They came locked in. And for the first time this year, we saw what this team could do. We saw what this team was about. We saw what this team was capable of. And that's been our goal all year. There was times throughout the year that were tough. And they could have packed it in. They could have folded. They could have quit. They could have said, that's enough. That's it. We've tried hard enough. But they kept working. They trusted the process. They just continued to work and get better. And it all came together here at the tournament. But again, that's just a testament to them and what these girls are made of. And these ladies are high character individuals. And as talented as they are on the basketball court, they are even greater people. And that's what I've enjoyed most about this team.
Questions?
Brandy, I'll start with you. What does it mean for you to come over to Hofstra, have the success in the postseason, and just your thoughts on how this season went for you?
For my last year in college basketball, I think it went pretty well. Coach Santos just commented on coming over, being only here for a year, and making an impact on the team. And those are my sisters. You know, I'm gonna always have their back. They're always gonna have me. I'm only 10 minutes away from school, thankfully, but those are my sisters. You make lifelong connections with people, coaches, and I love the culture around Hofstra, everything about it, the basketball included. And I just went out and did my best and gave it all I got for my last year. So it meant a lot.
And Coach, what does this run mean for the program as a whole, with recruiting and all that stuff that comes with it, to have this run and also bring back more than 50% of your scorers next year?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a process when we got here and took over the job. And again, we've just been working to lay the foundation and working to get our culture to a place where we can have the foundation to have a championship program. And the ladies that we've brought in have helped us in doing that. Like Brandy just mentioned, to be able to have a player come in and in the first week look at, have an entire team look at as one of the leaders on the team is phenomenal. To be able to come in and have that sort of impact. And so we're just, again, this run was great. I'm looking forward to the momentum that this run is going to give us going into the postseason, going into next year, as we look to reload and bring in new pieces and take up right where we left off.
What about Jada and Rosie? What do they mean to you, being with them from day one?
Absolutely. They have just been such a special part of our program. They've been through all the ups and downs of our first few years, being here through COVID, through our injuries, through all of it. And the way they have continued to stay the course, the way they've continued to be positive lights on our program has just been phenomenal. Again, two ladies that just are incredible humans. And I've got no doubt that all of our seniors are going to go out and just win in life.
Danielle, it was 26-21 at halftime. Both of you guys and William and Mary scored more points in the third quarter than you did in the whole first half. What changed in the whole tempo of the game? What did you see change?
Yeah, we weren't as aggressive for us. We weren't as aggressive in that second quarter as we had been in the first. And so in the third quarter, we wanted to just look to attack and be aggressive and play more free offensively. They went into that zone and it stalled us somewhat. But once we got our footing in the zone and we were able to attack gaps and get the ball inside and move that ball to create open opportunities, then that opened that zone up a bit and they forced them to play some man and some zone.
Emma had another big game, coming with big shots. Just talk about her growth throughout the season to where she is now.
Yeah, she's definitely grown. If you look at Emma, she's just going to do what you ask her to do, and she's going to play as hard as she can every day. She's a freshman. Does she make freshman mistakes? Yes, that's what you love about her, right? Is she just goes in there and she just plays so free and so naive at times. But she's been a huge impact. She's turned it on here. She's been consistent, which has been great, and consistently given us that production on the offensive end. But again, I keep saying I think she's one of the best freshmen in the conference, and I think she's going to continue to improve, continue to get better, and continue to be a big impact on our team.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.